Isn't it interesting to see the celebrations that people have at New Year's Eve when we're seeing out the old year and welcoming in the new one? And we tend to flock to iconic buildings and iconic bridges all around the world to capture the moment when the clock strikes midnight. And if you think about Australia, everyone likes to flock to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. They take a selfie and they capture that moment with something beautiful in the background. But have you ever thought about the fact that no one tends to take that photo when the bridge or the building is actually being built? When the foundations are being poured and they're being built from the ground up, no one's really interested in looking at that because it's just not the same effect, is it? And you think about the Statue of Liberty is the same. You think about the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world in Dubai, built in the middle of the desert. If you have a look at the foundations of that building, no one's really wanting to take a photo of that in the background. They want to see the end product. They want to have the wow factor that comes from seeing all of that. And so my point today is that the foundations that you do in anything in life, they're never glamorous, but they certainly are essential. They're absolutely essential. Just take, for example, if someone wins the lotto and they're entrusted with all of this money, if they don't have foundations in money, they often lose it all. In fact, up to 70% of lotto winners end up bankrupt because they just don't have that foundation in money management. So I want to encourage people as they walk towards 2017, I want to make sure that they've got their foundations right when it comes to building a property portfolio. And my first suggestion, or the first foundation, is we need to make sure that we get a mentor. Stand on the shoulders of giants. Just learn from the people who have actually done it before you. And it's not as if you actually have to have a face-to-face with a mentor, because people's time is often pressed, because there's so many great avenues to have people virtually mentor you through podcasts, through YouTube channels, through blogs. If you find that their information resonates with you and you feel that there's a connection or a synergy with their message, it's very, very easy to do that today in smartphones and with YouTube. So there's no excuse not to have a mentor. My second one is that you need to be resilient, because building wealth is not comfortable or convenient, because you have to learn new skills, you have to go against the tide of public opinion. A very small percentage of the population can actually do that, and you need to be able to withstand that because, let's be honest, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So my third foundation is you need to build your tribe. You need to surround yourself socially and personally around like-minded people who are going to lift you up, not sort of put you down or discourage you. And I think you should also surround yourself with a professional team, because they're the ones that are going to make sure that you're on track to achieve the goals that you set out to achieve. So have a think about oak trees, for example. Oak trees, the root system, instead of going really far down, in fact it doesn't go that far down, it goes to the side. And in some cases those root systems can go wider than the tree itself. And if it's next to another oak tree, those root systems can join up together and as a part of two or a part of a tribe, they actually perform better. And if they've got an unhealthy oak tree, they'll go and plant that oak tree next to the healthy oak tree so the root system gets entwined into theirs. And that's a classic example of how the tribe mentality works. So if you're going to be successful, you need that foundations of making sure that you're surrounded by the people who are yes people, who know what they're doing, who are subject matter experts and can actually help you achieve your goal. The other thing too is, I think another foundation is you actually should sweat the small stuff. And I know there's a book that says don't sweat the small stuff, and I think in life that's important. But when it comes to money management, you should sweat the small stuff. You should look after the pennies and let the pounds take care of themselves. And if you don't have any money smarts systems in place to help you trap all of the surplus cash flow, chances are you'll squander all the money and you'll just get to the end of 2017 and just wonder where it's all gone. So it's really, really important that you do sweat the small stuff. The other foundation is you should have a philosophy of being a farmer, not a hunter. Hunters want quick kills, they want quick results straight away, but farmers know the benefit of planting in one season and reaping in another season. So plant, reap and sow. They know they've got to cultivate. They know there's a multi-year and a multi-season focus rather than just one season. And that's what farmers do, and that's what I'd encourage anyone who wants to be a property investor to do, is have a long-range perspective, not a short-range perspective. Because I think in 2017, we're going to get a lot of negative headlines around doom and gloom around property. But if we're resilient and we've got that long-term perspective in place, and we think like a farmer, we're not going to just pack up our tools and go away just because of a negative headline or maybe a little bit of negative news for the economy. If we think with that long-range perspective, it's been a very, very good vehicle for the last 100+ years, so it's going to be a very good vehicle for the next 100 years going into the future as well. And my final foundation is a message that I talk about all the time. It's about getting the strategy right. And it's amazing how many people don't have that strategy in place. And it's important that think about a yacht without a rudder. It'll just go wherever the wind blows them. But if they've got that rudder or that strategy and they know where they're going, they can actually get to their destination. So think about a rocket that's about to be launched. And if it's just centimetres out at launch, it doesn't look like much, but in orbit, it will be miles out. So for you to get your destination right, we need to know what that strategy is up front so that you've got a better chance of succeeding with your goal. So have a think about this. I believe that everyone can achieve a property portfolio or build a property portfolio if they get the foundations right. If you think about that tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa, the foundations there are 50 metres deep, one Olympic-sized swimming pool underground just to keep that beautiful building in place. But it's important to remember this. If you if you convert learning into knowledge, you'll become a fool. But if you convert learning into action, you can become very, very wealthy.